Hello, welcome to the weather update. It has been a very active day over parts of our area today. But for us here on Long Island, once again, left high and dry. And you can see here the clouds kind of clear up. And we actually had some nice blue skies in the afternoon. And you can see this thunderstorm's just sitting over central New Jersey for much of the later part of the afternoon for hours and hours and hours. And it's caused a lot of flash flooding, and there were a lot of lightning strikes as well. But getting to that, before I get to that, I'll show you what it was like here. And like I said, we had a blue sky in the afternoon, so yeah, you know what I had to see. And I'll have a video of you shortly, escaping to see some pines, because, I don't know, the humidity just didn't seem that bad. And then look at these beautiful cirrus clouds in the sky. Some right there, and then we got, look at this. This is the thunderstorm here. As viewed from Long Island, you can see the top of it. Just poking out above the alto cumulus there. That's the severe thunderstorm that has been sitting over Jersey. Here's some more really awesome blow-off cirrus right here that we had today. Really just beautiful blow-off cirrus. And yeah, look at that. That's incredible right there. So yeah, we had some really nice pictures here. We're not done yet. And here's some more. Yeah, that's just amazing. Take a look at that. That's beautiful. We have this picture too. This is what it looked like as the sun was setting. You can see there is the cirrus there. There is the thunderhead poking up above the lower clouds there. But anyway, let's go look at the current radar and show you what's been going on. It's finally starting to die out over here. And most of the activity has been just north of Toms River in this Tinton Falls, pretty much along the 195 corridor. So from Jackson, Tinton Falls, Eatontown, this whole area getting hit very, very hard. NJ Transit is not impacted, amazingly. I don't see any issues here with them. But there has been a tremendous amount of flooding here. This is what shows up here at on the Jersey Coast emergency news here. Jackson lost their phones. Toms River Fire Department, a house struck by lightning. And another lightning strike at Pine Lake Park. So it looks like there's been a lot of lightning strikes in Toms River as well. We're trying to see some pictures. Here you go. Here's some pictures of some of the flash flooding going on with these storms that just sitting over here. So yeah, units crash from out of town response. So Lakewood, looks like Lakewood has been hit as well. So there's a lot of lightning strikes going on in Lakewood. 2 possible structure fires in Toms River. The storm is just sitting there, sitting over northern Ocean County. So it looked like on the radar it was just north of Toms River, but it looks like Jackson, Ocean Avenue, people tracked in their vehicles. Lakewood really hit very hard here. Let's see if we can find some issues. Let me see if we can find some more information from the Lakewood Scoop. Lakewood Scoop is another media source for Lakewood, and we can maybe see if they have anything here about the. Yeah, here we go. Storm knocks out power. So here's a video of it right here. This is what happens. So storm, while delivering much-needed rain, is causing severe flooding because the storm is sit there, and it looks like 10,000, over 10,000 customers were without power, almost 11,000 power in Lakewood alone. 2,000 customers without power in Toms River, and 700 in Jackson were experiencing power outages as well. As of 6:45 p.m., between 3 and 6 inches of rain has fallen in spots. So this is incredible. Take a look at this flash flooding here. All right, video doesn't want to play, but I'll provide you the link. You can read that. Asbury Park Press also talking about this as well. Houses are flooding. Motor vehicles are stuck on roads throughout the township as a powerful thunderstorm brought flash floods to northern Ocean County and southern Monmouth County. Route 9 is closed between James and Pine Streets in Lakewood due to high water. The National Weather Service said up to 5 inches of rain had fallen in parts of Howell in Ocean County. The reports also indicate that a large tree had fallen. Severe thunderstorm and flash flood warnings were fine. It took them a while to get those warnings out. At 7:34 p.m., the Weather Service reported that Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicated thunderstorms were producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 5 inches of rain has fallen. Ocean County Sheriff's also reporting there are wires down and power outages as a result of the storm. JCP&L said 2006, so I guess it went down. And Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst measured a 49-mile-an-hour wind gust in Wrightstown. So the Weather Service has warned that its wireless emergency alert system, WEA, is down due to technical issues. Well, that's not good. So this is a really bad situation. We're going to have more on this for sure tomorrow probably. Right now, currently looking at the JCP&L outage map, you'll see a lot of small outages. Small outages being reported. Mostly smallish outages that are being reported scattered around. Mostly north part of Toms River. I mean, the south part of Toms River probably got nothing. But the north part into Howell, this whole area here just got pounded here. This whole I-195 corridor here just got pounded with these storms. And we're going to show you what it looked like on the radar right now. So let's go to the Ventus Sky radar. And we'll rewind this to here. And the problem is the thunderstorms just sat there. So let's go back to 3 o'clock here. All right, nothing yet. This is when it started developing, around 4. Here we go, 5 o'clock. You can see these are the first cells that popped up right here. All right, and then they just sat here. And it sat here, 5, 6 o'clock, barely moving at all. And actually, these cells just kind of like if you look at the satellite, which we're going to look at again, they kind of just sat in the same spot. Look at that. Here we are at 7 o'clock. It's still sitting there. 7:20. It's still sitting there. 8 o'clock. Still sitting there. So you had a thunderstorm sitting in the same spot for like 3 hours plus. And then another one formed over here. So how's that for crazy? That's nuts. That's what happens when you don't have a jet stream. You don't have anything to move the weather around. So thunderstorm just forms and it just sits there, which is pretty insane. And again, we'll look at the satellites so you get a chance to see how these things popped up right here. Look right over here. It looks like actually a sea breeze boundary possibly set these storms off. There you go. So, yeah, really just impressive, really impressive. This is the radar here. And again, if you look at the radar here, you'll see here, I'm not going to enlarge it, but you'll see these storms, they're not moving. So there's no steering currents in the atmosphere to move anything. That's the problem that we're dealing with right now. So let's go look at the weather and hazards map right now. Obviously, flash flood warnings remain in effect for this area right here that got pounded by these storms, just sitting right over us, right over that area. It's just incredible to see that. Looking at the dew points, I don't know, it felt a little less humid today. I see the dew points generally on Long Island. 79 with a dew point of 70 at Farmingdale. 79 with a dew point of 73 at the MacArthur Airport. So it is humid out there. If we look at what the day was like at MacArthur, you'll see that it got up into the, I guess it got into the upper 80s. A little cooler than yesterday. The dew points might have been a little bit low. Yeah, look at the dew points drop. See, the dew points had dropped in the afternoon here, right around 4. That's why we had the nice blue skies. This might have been due to outflow from the thunderstorms, perhaps, that was getting to our area that caused those dew points to drop. But now they're coming back up again, as you see. That's kind of interesting there. So we definitely did see that. Looking at that, we definitely saw that dew point drop. But I want to look at some of these stations in New Jersey. Let's see what we can find. And I want to try to find Belmar Farmingdale in this. Well, here's Jackson. So this is the area that really got pounded by these storms here. And you can see because of those storms. Wow, look at how hot it got before the storms hit. 96. Wow, much hotter in Jersey today. So 96, and then it dropped to 78. That's incredible right there. So you have that kind of heat. That's what it'll do. But I'm looking for the Belmar Farmingdale station. That's Lakehurst. So we can look at Lakehurst. That's where they reported that crazy wind gust. And you can see, look, they were in the mid-90s today. And then the storms hit, and then it dropped the temperatures down quite quickly, as you see there. But this is crazy. I mean, those temperatures and dew points are all over the place. Nuts, absolutely nuts. And you can see some of the wind gusts there. And we'll have to look at some of the storm reports. Like I said, it's going to be a busy evening. I got to try to find the Monmouth County Airport somewhere in here. That's Howell. I'm trying to find Belmar Farmingdale. Where is it? It's not showing up in here. Belmar Farmingdale should be right around here, but I don't see it. Unless the station got knocked offline. I don't see Belmar Farmingdale over here. It should be over here somewhere. Well, whatever. We're going to look at the highs and the lows, and we're going to look at some local weather stations as well in that area because incredible stuff. So let's go to the highs first so you get an idea of what happened. So Long Island generally, maybe because we were in the clouds a lot more, we thought that we'd have more of that west wind, but we were spared again. Highs only in the upper 80s, generally not 90 degrees. However, looking at New Jersey, you'll see everybody got into the mid-90s. The city also got into the mid-90s as well, as you'll see there. So, yeah, 92 in Staten Island as well. So, low to mid-90s in the city as well. But the real story is the rainfall. So, let's go and look at that precipitation here, and then we're going to have to go and look for some storm reports as well, if they have any out. All right, so let's back this up. We'll go to... So this is where the rainfall fell, and look at this. So you can see in this one area here, look at this. So Toms River itself got nothing, 0.01. But you go into this area, though, it just goes way up. So 3.13 inches at Howell, 1.93 at Jackson. So this storm has just been sitting over the same area, 2.68 in Howell. That's, what is that considered, Howell? South Howell. So incredible reports, and we're going to get more from the Wonderground network here because, and you can see though, in just in the small area here affected. So but there were lightning strikes in Toms River. North part of Toms River had some lightning, and again, that 0.95 being reported in the north part of Toms River, but nothing down here, absolutely nothing. That's incredible right there. That's incredible. That's incredible. So let's go look at. Now, I think that's Philadelphia, so I don't think we're going to see, we're not going to see that in our weather. I have to go to the Philadelphia office. But what we can do is we can look for, we can go to the storm reports, and let's see if we can have any storm reports. I don't think they're going to be on here. All right, this was from yesterday, all right, so this is yesterday. Staten Island, trees down. All right, this was from yesterday's severe storm. So there was one storm report there for that. All right, but we have to go to the. Could also look at public information statements too as well and see if there's anything there. No, nothing there. Okay, so let's go to the Philadelphia Weather Service, and let's see. They may have something a little more here, and you can see there's that flash flood warning again. Flash flood warning in effect till 11:45 p.m. this evening for northeastern Burlington County, northwestern Ocean County, so these storms are still indicating flood. You still got the flooding going on there, right? So let's go. You still got the heat advisory. It looks like heat advisory now just for Jersey. Looks like it's been dropped for our area for tomorrow. But anyway, let's go look at the. Let's go look and see if we can find some public information statements here. I mean, maybe they have something on here too, but probably not. So here you go. All right, here we go. So here's another. This is an update here from Twitter. There's the cell right there. There you go. Look at that thing. That was just sitting there. I mean, it's just not normal for that to happen. I mean, yeah, you can get a severe thunderstorm for the fact that it just sits there. All right, let's see if they have. We'll go to local storm reports here. Their site looks a little different than ours. Text products. So we have to go to the storm report. Now I've got to find it, of course. Storm report. Let's see. Local storm report. Let's see if we have anything here. All right, here we go. Thunderstorm wind damage in Ramtown. Trees down on wires. So there's one right there that has. And here's the compilation of storm reports. So here we go. Heavy rain reported at Pocono Lake. So in Pennsylvania got it. Delaware too. 3.03 inches. 2.67 in Ramtown. 2.17 inch in Monroe. So parts of the Pennsylvania, Mid-Atlantic, Jersey, depending on where these storms popped up, just incredible amounts of rain. So we're not done yet with this because now we're going to go and look at the Wonderground site. Got a lot of. Well, it was a very active day if you were in northern Ocean County in southern Monmouth. And it could have been us, but it wasn't. So let's go look at the precipitation. And you'll see, look, nothing. Zeros until you get, boom, look at that. How's that for crazy? This site's got nothing. This site's got 0.81. This site's got 3.54 inches. This site here, 4.36 on the border. It almost looks like right around Allaire Park there. 2.98 in this part of, I guess that's considered, so that's still considered Jackson, I guess. And then Lakewood. Look at this. Well, this is Lakewood right here. So Lakewood, not too many stations in Lakewood proper, but we got a 5.17 inch report in, I guess that's considered Manchester Township. So incredible. 1.52 over here. 0.78. So Brick Township as well got hit pretty hard. Then boom, look what happens when you go into Tom's River. Barely anything. So barely anything. But going to the northern part here, so Tom's River's got nothing. Going to the northern part, Pine Lake Park got a 1/4 of an inch. And then go 1.22. So it's very localized, but very, where the rain fell, it was pretty damn intense, I gotta say. So, and the crazy thing is this storm just sat there. It just sat there for hours. Absolutely nuts. That's not something that, you know, you're supposed to see at all. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So now that we went over all that, let's talk about the... Got to open up tropical tidbits, so we got to do that. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. In fact, there's one other thing I do want to look at here, and that would be the Seaside Heights Earth Cam. Well, let's see if we can see if anything happened on. Can see anything on that. We're gonna roll this back just a little bit. Well, we can't go back too far, but you can see it's dry there. I just want to show you. It never really. It just went to the north of them. It completely went to the north of them. I'll move this back a little. You can see the dark skies over there, but they didn't really get any rain. It was dry, so it's crazy. You know, you go. It's completely dry in one area, and then go a mile or two north, and you got 2 inches of rain. That's insane right there. All right, that's just insane. But anyway, let's get to the, obviously the reason why we're seeing this is because we don't have a jet stream, all right? We don't have much of a steering current in the upper atmosphere, so when a thunderstorm develops, it's just going to sit there. It's not going to move anywhere. And that's exactly what happened. And we'll have to see, we'll find out more information about these severe storms. Nothing on News 12 New Jersey about it, surprisingly. You'd think they would cover it, but nothing. I'll check again. But I guess maybe it's a little further south out of their viewing area, because they don't. The core viewing area is where Optimum is, so I don't know if they've got Optimum in Northern Ocean County. I think it's still Comcast, so that may be why. But pretty insane. And so far, not much coverage on the city stations about this, so it is sort of being forgotten about. Pretty crazy stuff. But anyway, let's go and look at the models now that we've got to get through the weekend now. And obviously, see, there's the ridge. And we'll move this along. This is the GFS 18Z. You can see the ridge there. And we'll see chances for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, though it looks a little less widespread, though it really wasn't widespread. It was all around us on Long Island. I mean, you could see all the thunderheads all around us. But we never really got anything here. We'll see if we can get a we'll look at a little more closer, and you can see it's just going to be of the scattered nature. You still got the ridge in place, and that ridge just continues to be with us. Here we go, Monday, and finally Tuesday, we start to see some signs of it breaking down here, and as we get toward the end of next week, that's when the jet stream is finally going to start coming down and bring some relief. And you can see, look at that, we'll have some nice weather next weekend. It looks like Friday into next weekend, we've got a nice high-pressure system finally coming in. A little bit of a pattern change here, away from the heat and the humidity. Thank God. Finally, it looks like there is an end in sight to this madness. So let's go look at the jet stream here. Again, I'll show you why it's going to cool down. So the reason why we're suffering right now, as you see, jet stream's way up there, and it's just a mess. It's way up in Canada, which is absolutely crazy. But look what happens here. And again, here's a trough. It's kind of a narrow trough, too. It's a really weird narrow trough there. But it's a trough nonetheless, and that's going to bring a cool down for us next weekend. So hopefully a week from now, we'll start getting some relief from this ridiculous, relentless humidity that we've been dealing with. So let's go look at the HRRR model here. Like I said, the humidity wasn't that bad. Oh, you know what? I wanted to go back to those sites. Hold on a minute. All right, see, sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I realize, hey, I'm forgetting something. and I realized, hey, you are forgetting something. So let's take a look, and we'll show you what these storms did. Now, again, that we had that dew point drop here, and I felt it. So we're going to get to that, too. So I want to get to that, too. So let's find a station in East Meadow here. All right, that's good enough. You'll see, I think we'll be able to see a dew point drop here. I don't see it, but there was definitely a drop in the dew point. I felt it around the middle after that. I think it might have just been due to thunderstorm outflows or whatever. It all depended on where you were. So let's see. Maybe we'll try this one. Because I felt that lower dew point in the afternoon. Oh, you could see a little bit of a drop. Not a substantial drop. I don't know. I felt it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the thunderstorm was mixing up the air and the air quality was better. Maybe that had something to do with it. But anyway, let's go to where these storms hit. All right. So you get an idea of what the... And some of these sites got slammed with heavy rain. So let's see. And they might have had power outages, so we may have incomplete data here. Oh, here you go. This kind of shows exactly where when the thunderstorm hit. So they were blazing in the mid-90s there, all right? And the thunderstorm hits, and then, boom, drops down to the low 70s and stays there. That's insane. And you can see, look at that. That's your wind picking up right there with the storm. And we look at the precipitation there. Kind of shows you. Where's the precip? Oh, here it is. So you look at the precip, look at that. They got 3.52 inches. That kind of shows you. The green is the rate. But look at that. That's insane. That's a lot of rain. Right. But meanwhile, if you're just south of it, like if you're in Toms River, just south of it, we'll look at the desert, for instance, right now. We're going to go to the desert, all right? Let's go to the desert. This just interests me. I'm sorry if you don't like it. But let's go into the desert here. Yeah, right here is good. Right here. All right. We'll see if they had the temperatures go off the cliff with the storm too. Not quite. They were in the mid-90s, blazing in the mid-90s, and then it dropped. It did drop later on when they got the storm. And you can see there was a wind. There a wind gust there? I think there was some wind gusts with it. Oh, 22-mile-an-hour wind gust there with that. So there. That's impressive. So, and then if we go over here, we'll go over here. We'll go to the north side of the storm. Again, if we go up here, I think they got Bupkis and Red Bank from this. And then we'll get back to the models, I promise. So they hit 94. Yeah, look at that. Let's see if they got... Actually, they got... How much rain did they get? They didn't get that much rain. They were on the outside of the storm. But again, I'll show you how it cooled down. The temperature went from the mid-90s down. Look at that. Down like a cliff. That's insane right there. Actually, no, they got 1.0... No, that's the precip rate, so, yeah, 1.09. So they did get a quick little downpour there, and the temperature dropped quite a bit. So very interesting, very interesting. Very interesting stuff to see, depending on where you were, whether you got that outflow or not. I'm kind of curious if that outflow made it to Long Beach. So let's go. I'll take a look at Long Beach, and then I'll get back to the models. Doesn't quite look like it. No, but I do see a drop around there. But yeah, I don't know. The air, like I said, it just didn't feel that bad today. But anyway, let's get back to the models here, and we'll look at the HRRR here as we head into Saturday. And again, the models, it's hard to say it's hard to say where they're going to pop up, but you can tell in the models that wherever the storms formed, they have a tendency to sit. So tomorrow we start off okay. But you see some scattered thunderstorm activity. HRRR not really showing much. And it's showing it in the Hudson Valley, but it could be anywhere. Probably not on Long Island, unfortunately. And then for Sunday, it's still not really much going on. But then again, this may be underdoing it. It underdid today, and it's probably underdoing the weekend. There's one model that seemed to handle it, and that is the HDRPS, which we know a lot of people don't want to look at because it's an outlier model, but it had today right. It had those storms popping up somewhere. Now, if we look at tomorrow, look at that. It does develop more severe thunderstorms again, and this is going to be 4 or 5 o'clock. Look at that. Looks like it has the city getting pounded, and then maybe a cell actually winding up going off the south shore there in the evening. That looks pretty intense right there. So, yeah, just because the model, the HRRR, doesn't say that there's going to be a good... This isn't... Again, you're dealing with warm, humid air. You're going to deal with this heat of the day type of thing, like Florida, pretty much. This is similar to what they get in Florida. And this is Sunday, looking less active, all right? But that only goes up to 18Z, all right? Let me go to the NAM 3 next. All right, only have 20 hours to 0Z, so we have to use the 18Z run. So this is the NAM. And again, not showing much activity. All right, they're really underestimating it. All right, for tomorrow. All right. Now, as far as Sunday goes, it gets a little more active, and this could be this looks like a nice little line that could form there. And it's trying to develop an outflow boundary. This could be a nice little squall line that could develop Sunday night, perhaps. We might get into something. Perhaps it looks like it's off the south shore again. And that's the part of the island needs of the southern half, really. The southern half, anything south of the LIE, really is parched lately. We could really use that rain, I'll tell you. Let's go to the... all right, so we went through all that. Let me go back to the HRRR. And we're going to also look at Ventus Sky. And we're going to look at the SPC, which did have it a marginal risk for Jersey today, so they were right with that. We'll have to look at the SPC as well. So let's go look at the dew points and temperatures now, and you will see here that dew points, they remain high. So the humidity isn't going anywhere. Maybe we're going to have a little bit of that break tomorrow again. Who knows? It's hard to say, but all I know is despite the high humidity in the air, I just didn't feel that humid. It must be because the air quality, for some reason, is better. It's probably the thunderstorms mixing the air or something, because I didn't get that headache like I normally do out there. But you can see the humidity comes back, especially at night. Dew points are high. Here we are Sunday. Look at that. The dew points continue to be high, but you'll notice we have that southwest to southwest wind, which is off the ocean. So that should keep most of the heat away from Long Island. All right. So here again, tomorrow, you're going to blaze in Jersey just like you did today. Long Island, probably going to be dealing with temperatures in the upper 80s once again. So mid to upper 80s on Long Island. And then for Sunday, a little bit hotter. Sunday's a little bit hotter, maybe a little more of a westerly component. So I think we'll probably see near 90 degrees on Long Island. Jersey, you're going to roast in the mid to upper 90s again. And look at that sharp front there. Look at how much cooler it is south of that, north of that front. My gosh. That's a big cool down, and that's what we have to look forward to, but it's going to take a little while to get here. So let me go to the GFS next, and we will go and we will look at the dew points on the GFS and show you where these fronts are. This kind of shows you how the fronts are. So, again, there's the humidity, there's that cool air, but we're going to have to wait. Here we are Monday. We're still dealing with a west-southwest wind, so Monday could be hot. Just trying to get in here. Tuesday, it's still not here yet. Again, we got to wait for that trough to come through. So we're still dealing with the humidity Tuesday. Wednesday, still dealing with it. It's going to take a while to get here. So it's going to take all week to get that cool, dry air in there. All right, here we are Thursday. Still waiting for it. Starting to see some improvement. Here we are Friday. Finally, the front gets through, and we finally see some massive relief by next weekend from this heat and humidity. So let's go look at the temperatures here. So here we are, temperatures on the GFS. And again, here's Sunday. Sunday, it's not quite as gung-ho with the heat over Long Island. It's showing more of a sea breeze. Hopefully the sea breeze saves us. But Monday is going to be the next really brutal day. Killer west wind, and I think we could all be suffering in the 90s on Monday. And then Tuesday, you can see it starts getting pushed back. We have this front that's going to kind of get stuck over us and maybe bring us some chances for rain. And I'm curious to see how much rain the GFS brings a week from now. Let's go to the total rainfall forecast here. It's not enough. All right, it's something, but it's only bringing a half to 1 inch of rain. That's not enough to end the drought, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of rain, even though that front is going to be hanging around the vicinity. I don't know why. Maybe it's underestimating it. I'm hoping it is, because we really do need rain here. It's parched. It really is. So let's go to the sky cover now. Cloud. You can see, yeah, that's next Saturday, a beautiful clear day. But let's back this up here, all right, to tomorrow. So you'll see tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds. I mean, it'll be similar today, I think, though there might be some nice breaks of blue sky. maybe a little less likely on Sunday. Here's Monday, again showing the high clouds around, and then you can see there's the front. It kind of shows the front. Man, if you can get north of this front and you're in Canada, you are dealing with beautiful weather. But for us, we're going to be kind of stuck playing with this front, stalled out kind of until waiting. Here's Wednesday, Thursday with the clouds. Did I do the temperatures? I don't think I did the temperatures on that front. I don't know. Well, I'll have to do that. All right. I'll have to go back to temperatures. I'm sorry. So here you go. Thursday, Friday. Here comes the front. And then here you go. Clearing it out. And we should have a really nice weekend on tap. All right. I forgot the temperatures. I apologize. So here are the temperatures. So once we get to Tuesday, actually, maybe I did do the temperatures. Tuesday, you can see, cools down. Does cool down here. And then next week, look at that. We may have highs only around 80 degrees. That is really nice. We've been waiting a long time. I tell you, it's long overdue. All right. RGEM is next. Let's go to the skies on the RGEM. So much going on with the weather. So here's the RGEM. And you can see scattered clouds, sunny clouds, sunny cloud mix. But there may be some breaks of blue sky like we had today. Here's Sunday. And here's Monday. It looks like a little less in the way of clouds, but probably high clouds. And that's as far as we got on the RGEM. So now, Ventu sky. Now I got to go to the thunderstorm forecast for Cape. And we're going to have to look at tomorrow on here. So here's Saturday, 11 a.m. Not too much. Looks like it's mostly over the ocean. 2 o'clock. You can see it's starting to develop in those same Jersey Shore areas again. Here you go. Elevated Cape in that same area that got hit today. And you can see it's starting to elevate a little bit over southwestern Nassau into New York City, Brooklyn, Queens. And you see there. So there is some Cape. It's not tremendous, but there is some. And it could set something off. Let's go look at the lifted index as well. That's the other index we could use. Yeah, it's up there. So there's instability in the air. All right. Storm Prediction Center. Next and last thing on this long weather update. So, day 2 convective outlook. Nothing for us. Day 3, nothing. So, it's saying nothing for us on either of the days, but I think there could be a chance because wherever this thunderstorm develops, it gets going, as we saw today. I mean, they did have a marginal risk over New Jersey, but they really weren't gung-ho on it. We really we're going to have to watch this closely here. But it's pretty crazy what wound up happening in New Jersey tonight. We'll find out more tomorrow. But crazy amounts of flooding, not surprising. Oh, there is one more thing. There's one more thing I wanted to do. The rivers and lakes, I don't think it's going to show up on here, but let's go ahead and take a look. And we'll leave you with, there's the radar again. Still got some activity going on. Rivers and lakes, let's see what we've got here on the rivers and lakes monitor here. And see, I don't see any rivers and lakes at flood stage. Okay, so lastly, lightning. Again, this could still be some lightning in some of these storms, but it looks like it's quieting down for the evening. So that's going to wrap it up, depending on where you were. If you had a really busy day, if you were in southern Monmouth, oh, yeah, there were some storms around, looks like northwest of Trenton. But other than that, we had a really busy day if you were in the southern Monmouth, northern Ocean County. But for most of Long Island, New York City, just a quiet day. Hot and humid, but it just seemed like the air was lighter today. Seemed a lot more breathable. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching and have a good night.